किसी का है गम, मंजिल से पहले ना रुकेंगे कदम। है खुद पे भरोसा तो कैसी शर्म, जो करने की ठानी कर दिखाएंगे हम। जज्बातों की डोर से बुने हमने ये रिश्ते हैं, एक दूजे के साथ यूं एक दूजे के फरिश्ते हैं। के मंजिल कहीं दूर नहीं, दिल से यही कहूँ, हम हैं एकत्र 3, 1, 4, 2, दुगना साहस दुगना जुनू। जब तक है सांसें साथ चलूं और साथ रहूं, हम हैं एकत्र 3, 1, 4।
Hello everyone. Can we please switch on our camera so that it can be interactive and we can see everybody, at least virtually. Perfect. I can see a lot of cameras on now. Okay. So firstly, Grishma, are you going to take over or?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So a very, very good evening to everyone. So we begin our event. Don't look for big things, just do small things with great love. The smaller the thing, the greater must be our love. Said by none other than father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. A huge thank you to everyone for joining us and making this event such a successful event. So now I call upon Dr. Akshita Singh for the coloring ceremony, followed by the national anthem. So handing over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Grishma. So, call it myself. I, Dr. Akshita Singh, President of Rotary Club of New Bombay Seaside for the year 21-22, calling tug of words to order.
Go, Akshita.
Can we please raise for the national anthem?
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Akshita.
Yes, just a second, Grishma, can we please switch on our camera? I know it's a bit irritating saying again and again, but to make it interactive, we really do need to do this. And before Grishma takes over and she becomes the star of the event, I just want to address our dignitaries, that is Shrija ma'am and Seema ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving your valuable time for this event. And to all the participants, all the best. Give your best, and there are few rules and regulations which you will need to keep in mind. So make sure when Grishma addresses it, you guys listen to it completely, so that there are no negative pointings and every such things. And yes, looking forward for a great event. And if you can keep the cameras on throughout the event, it will be really great. And just one last thing, that we are streaming this session on YouTube as well, so you can tell your friends and everybody else to join in there. Thank you. Grishma, over to you.
Okay, and the link is given in the group so you can share it accordingly. So yeah, 19th August is marked as the World Humanitarian Day. It is an international day observed to recognize humanitarian personnel and those who have lost their lives working for humanitarian cause. This is our tiny effort to give new dimension of thinking pertaining to the current and the one and only coronavirus in the form of debate competition, tug of words. The topic is humanity increasing or collapsing with advent of coronavirus. We would like to appreciate each one of you once again for your precious time. We have been totally blown by the number of entries and the response received. Lucky for us, we have got our gurus on board to help us with difficult task of picking up the winners. Meet our judges, Rotarian Shrija Jaideep. She is an educator, early childhood care advisor with more a decade of experience, upcoming YouTube influencer and an author. She is experienced content developer with demonstrated history of working in education field, skilled in e-learning, strategic planning, education technology, instructional design, management, and you name it, and she has it. She is the inner wheel club member of Leonard and has judged the spirit competition. So I hereby welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation for coming to the event and judging it.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Grishma. Thank you for having me here, and all the best to the entire team who are organizing this, as well as the participants. Good luck.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, we have Rotarian Seema Khurana, an amazing soul, amazing heart. She is a counselor, a psychologist, education consultant, life coach, REBT therapist, member of the Bombay Psychological Association and American Psychological Association, freelancer trainer for soft skills and personality development. She has work experience of over 21 years and she has been teaching for over 12 years in deputed schools of Dehradun and Navi Mumbai. She is a visiting faculty at Xavier's College and also a school counselor there. She has been conducting innumerable workshops, trainings, small group sessions, and one-to-one counselings on parenting and behavior modification. We are really obliged, ma'am, to have you as a guest and accepting it with such enthusiasm.
Thank you so much, Grishma. A very elaborate introduction. So thanks a lot, and I'm glad I'm here. As you all know, I can see my seaside retractors talking as always, and all the best to you and all the best to the participants. And
thank you so much, ma'am. So with this, we begin the event by highlighting some tiny rules of debate competition to maintain the decorum of our competition. First of all, no bad words, abusive language, keep your calm and have a healthy competition. Follow the time limit, that is 2 minutes per participant. As your names would be called out, you would be told whether you're speaking for the motion or against the motion. So maintain the time limit. If you exceed, we are there, we'll stop you. So we now hereby begin with our very first contestant. So can we have the first contestant, please? Okay, so
Grishma, if you have the list, you can just read out their names and we can go ahead.
Yeah, so do we have Mohini Fasare here? Okay, so we'll go ahead with Brushali Kolabkar. That is number 3 for the motion.
Yes, thank you for giving a chance to represent my view. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rushali Kolabkar, and I am here to give I am here for the debate. Now we know that COVID-19 is surprisingly hit us and consume us within a month. Nobody predicted that it would kill so many people, force the countries for the lockdown, and shut all the schools, colleges, public place, and put our life on hold. It hits us now. It's everywhere. Many people struggle for the hospital beds, life-saving drugs, and medicals. I want to talk I want to say that humanity is decreasing during this period. That disparate people have been taking the help of social media, and they beg for the beds and the oxygen cylinders. Against this backdrop, the black market is thriving with the dealers who supplies the drugs, medicines, oxygen cylinders, and create a artificial shortage. And they sell these drugs and medicine injection in the half-less people at the exorbitant rates. That many peoples also there are many peoples whose income due to the COVID-19 pandemic is reduces. There are some people who lost their job and they become a homeless in this pandemic situation. So all these things is disgraceful event for the humanity, I think.
Perfect. Guys, just one request. Can we please switch on the camera at least while we are talking so that you can be seen to the judges, like who is talking, and your name can be spotlighted for it. Grishma.
Okay, so next we have Tejal speaking against the motion.
Excuse me. Grishma, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I asked something in the chat box. I would like to know, for one last confirmation, if for is collapsing, humanity is collapsing, and against wala part is increasing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry to interrupt again, but thank you.
Hello everyone. Sorry to say, but due to low bandwidth of network, I can't switch on my camera. So I'm going to talk.
Yeah, it's fine. Just go was possible here. If you can just switch on the camera so that your name can be highlighted to the judges, it will be more comfortable for them too. So yeah, Grishma, who's next?
Okay, so it was Tejal.
Yeah, Tejal. Yeah, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rotractor Tejal Kadlak from RSCOE. I'm going to talk for motion. So in this COVID period, we have seen the best of humanity, I think, in our society. Like if someone is COVID positive.
I'd just like to interrupt you, Tejal, just a minute. You have to speak against the motion, my dear.
Okay, so humanity is increasing. I have to talk about this.
Humanity is collapsing.
Okay, sorry for that.
Yeah, no issues.
Okay, as it is said, each coin has two sides. So we have seen the good side of humanity, but there are a lot of people who are greedy and are always thinking about their only self. So that's why they have taken the advantage of this COVID period. There are many things like first of all, I would like to talk about the medical condition or medical sector. There were many corruption situations, like government has provided a lot of medical things like ventilator, medical equipment, but some of people made the corruption in this, like some doctor had also made wrong reports for sake of only money. And we have also heard some news like doctor admitted that patient for long time, even he or she is recovered from the COVID crisis, just only for sake of money. Also the black market was at its peak in this time, and pharmacists were also storing medicine so that the prices will go high and they will sell it at huge prices. So some people were making the differences, like COVID was not a huge disease, I would like to say. Like it is curable, but people think it is a big disease, and if someone has COVID, he or she will definitely die, or he or she is a black spot for the society. So people were treating them differently. And also one thing I would like to add, that the workers who were working on the daily wages were affected a lot by this COVID. They
I'm
were
sorry
living.
to interrupt, Tejul, but your 2 minutes are over.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you and sorry. Grishma, can we
Yeah,
have
no
the next?
problem.
Yes. So next we have Deepika, number 5, speaking for the motion.
Yes. Hello everyone, myself road tractor Deepika Khandre from RUCV. I am talk to about the motion. In this whole pandemic situation, what I observed was there is a no lack of humanity because so many number of cases daily, still our heroes like doctors and police stand 24/7 for us. In this crisis people come out together to help the needy person so that they can get food to eat. Doctors work so hardly to give the best treatment and save maximum people's life. The police also work so hard to control the crowd, so to break this chain of virus. Many people donate their plasma so that everyone get proper treatment to get the heal up and save maximum people's life. People even donate funds to NGO to show their support towards humanity and helps to poor persons. Industry has also stopped their work for few days so that they give the oxygen to the hospitals which they use for work. People come together and bang the vessels, light up the candle at night together to show that humanity is still alive and support. Overall, I think humanity didn't collapse, it's still alive and supports. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepika. Grishma, can we have the next person? Ma'am, I hope you're comfortable in judging the people and you're able to recognize the numbers and participants.
Yes, Akshata, absolutely.
Yes, okay, perfect. Grishma? Hello?
Next
Okay,
is
so,
Varad.
yeah. Varad, are you here?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, I am road tracker from RSUE, and I'm here to talk against the humanity collapsing. So, according to me, I think that coronavirus has let down the humanity because people are not so supportive. They do not follow rules and regulation, and in many places, people go and start fighting with doctors for blaming them for the death which is not in doctor's hand. Also, people spread so much myth about the vaccines that we should not take vaccines. It's not safe for us. So people are doing these things. Also, they are doing black marketing of PP kits, sanitizers, vaccines, and even of the oxygen cylinders. So all these things are people doing, and many of them are not taking even vaccine, and they are risking everyone's life. So they're all the carelessness act of these people. So I think at this situation, humanity is not stable right now. So it has been laid down too much due to this coronavirus.
Thank you, Varad.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. So next we have Shravika speaking for the motion.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, all. My name is Rotaka Shravika, and I'm from Rota Club of RSUE. So I would like to all for giving me an opportunity. I think that according to my opinion, humanity is still there, even in this pandemic situation, because we have seen a lot of people helping each other there had been many organizations coming forward. They had supported the people by donating food, shelter, clothes, etc. And as we all know, the fact that when earlier coronavirus came into existence, people were all like their job, and they don't have food to eat, or like they don't have money even to eat the food. And they were going back to the hometown, and at that condition, they don't have even travel. At that time, we all might remember that Sonu came forward and he provided the source for all.
Shravika, just a minute.
Mhm.
Can you please switch off your camera because your voice is breaking a lot?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
just start
Is it
again.
audible now?
Yeah. Now it is audible. Can you
Better.
please start again? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was all
Okay.
garbled up. We couldn't make sense of what she said.
Okay. Yeah, Shravika, you can start again. We'll switch on the timer for you from the start. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
Now it's clear. Now it's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And extremely sorry for the inconvenience. My name is Shravika, and I'm from Rotary Club of RACOE. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my views. I think humanity is increasing, is still there in the advent of this coronavirus, because there had been a lot of conditions where each person helped the other one. Many organizations came forward. They donated food, shelter, and clothes to various people. And even when earlier coronavirus came into existence, people lost their job. They don't even have money to eat food, and they were all set to go back to their hometowns. And at that point, they don't even have the source of going back to the hometown. Then, as we all know, at that time, Sonu Sood came forward. He provided the source. He provided the buses for all the people to went back to the home. This shows that humanity is still there in this pandemic situation. And yes, also the vaccination drive is also going on, and like many people are providing free vaccination to the needy ones, like those people who don't have money to spare on the vaccine. They are provided with a free vaccination drive. So I think these are the things that shows that humanity is still there in this advent of coronavirus. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So next we have Shrisha, number 8, speaking against the motion.
Hello, a very good evening to everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
So my name is Rotractor Krisha Sequeira. I'm from Rotary Club of Mangalore City. Okay, so I'm going to speak against the motion, and that is increasing humanity in this pandemic. Okay, so I have seen many drivers, like cab drivers, auto drivers. They have started just like an ambulance, where ambulance cannot reach. Some houses they can't reach. So at that time, the neighbors, like auto drivers or car drivers, they have personally, like willingly, they have taken part in this service. They have taken like many patients to hospital. And also I have seen many celebrities, they started fundraising everything, and especially celebrities, we came to know actually we all have humanity. So yeah, celebrities have started fundraising, and they have helped many people. Also I have seen like many associations, they have provided food kits to everyone, especially to the laborers and who are traveling, and also they have arranged a train tickets and buses to travel to their places. And then many hotels, they have turned like they have provided beds, and in their hotels only they have provided beds and everything, oxygen cylinder, everything for the patients. So I think, yeah, still humanity is and much shown in, especially in this COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, thank you.
Comment, Grishma, was she supposed to speak for or against?
Against the motion.
Yeah, so she has spoken for.
Yeah. So, like before we go ahead, I would just like to clarify this thing. Humanity is increasing, is for the motion. Humanity is collapsing, that is decreasing, is against the motion. Hope it clears all the doubts of the participants. So with this, next we have Joshi Pooja, number 9, speaking for the motion. Okay, I guess she is not there. So the next one is Bhagyeshri, again speaking for the motion. Okay, so we go ahead with Aparna, number 12, speaking against the motion.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to against the motion. There are a couple of definitions of humanity. The mostly recognized is the entire human race.
Bhagyeshri, you are speaking for the motion, that is humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus.
I'm Aparna. So I'll be speaking for the motion.
Okay, yeah, against the motion, right. Against the motion, humanity is collapsing. You are in favor of that. That is against the motion.
Okay, good evening. I'll be speaking against the motion. There are a couple of definitions of humanity. The mostly recognized is the entire human race. It is in light of this definition that I am confident COVID-19 is not an end of humanity. The other frequently used definition of humanity is compassionate, sympathetic, or generous behavior or disposition. I have less confidence taking into account this latter definition. Just as the COVID-19 pandemic has brought out the very best in humanity, it has also revealed some of our worst behaviors. Top among these are those who refuse to acknowledge that their actions have consequences on the health of others. While the coronavirus spreads like a wildfire, some people refuse to follow the rules and not wear masks, claiming who are unhealthy, that is not their problem. Oh wait, that is not it. A second issue refers to domestic violence and sexual abuse. Violence against women tends to increase in the pandemics in case of COVID-19. According to WHO, initial information from 2 countries in the region report an increase of 50 to 60% of cases based on survivors' calls for help to women organizations. The act and prevalence of violence against women inevitably can result in severe health consequences that often manifest short-term or long-term physical and mental health. So I think for such situation, home is not always a heaven. Not only this, let's take violence to a more social level. Can we? Everyone must have heard the awful news where a doctor was thrashed by around 6 people at his clinic. Even Jaipur witnessed unruly situations after a lady doctor was beaten up by the relatives of a patient who died at the hospital. In our society, doctors are considered next to gods. Despite this, they are witnessing such inhuman acts. In the pandemic, where people are struggling due to oxygen cylinder shortages, drug shortage, and bed shortage, horrible incidents have been reaching us, like the labs involving in fake COVID tests, pharmacists found guilty.
Sorry to interrupt, Aparna, but your 2 minutes are over.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aparna. So next we have Shamiksha speaking against the motion.
Hello, good evening. I'm speaking against the motion. Yeah. Our Mother Earth is, should I start?
Yeah.
Our Mother Earth is the cradle of humanity, but unfortunately, mankind cannot stay in the cradle forever. Good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Samiksha Shailesh Haldipur, and I would like to share my views on how humanity is collapsing in the advent of coronavirus. Coronavirus, biologically known as the COVID-19, can be considered as a catastrophe which is bigger than anything that has hit the earth in the last 100 years. Humans are the organisms that have overpowered all the other animals, taken control on the planet, and even set foot on the moon. But today it stands weakened by a microorganism which cannot be even seen through our naked eyes. The outbreak of this coronavirus has created an unprecedented collapse of humanity around the world. Yes, humanity's collapsed the moment coronavirus escaped the Wuhan lab and got into the open. Ladies and gentlemen, to develop such a destructive biological weapon is unthinkable crime against humanity. It's a genocide seen unparalleled in the history. Once the virus started spreading across the globe like wildfire, the developed and the powerful nations started stocking up drugs and vaccines for the affluent population, completely ignoring the vast and the major population of the poor country from Asia to Africa to South America who didn't even know the resources and how to develop these drugs and vaccines. So many of them have lost their loved ones for no fault of theirs. Here in India, we saw in the initial stages how the doctors and the medical staff abdicated their duties and left the patient in the lurch. Those were shut on lakhs of hungry and needy. Humanity witnessed a fatal blow with the peripheral vendors like ambulance services encasing the misery of the wretched and charging exorbitant amount for ferrying the dead. Black marketing of life-saving equipments like oxygen was making hay while the sun of COVID was burning the house of the disease down. Nature tells us humanity is collapsing. The human race too follows the law of jungle, that is survival of the fittest. And we humans have added another feather to the cap, that is greed and selfishness. With this, I would like to conclude. Thank you.
It was a great one, Shamiksha. So next we have Saloni number 13 speaking for the motion, that is humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus.
Okay, so am I audible?
Yes, Saloni. Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, so according to me, COVID-19 has profoundly changed our lives, causing tremendous change in humanity, but it has also come up with some good intentions. I feel like the helping nature of the society has been increased. There are some NGOs like Gautam Gambhir Foundation, which has extended their support for healthcare workers, involving the distribution of ration, cooked meals, PP kits, masks, and etc. There are many known and unknown people who have tried donating some money or some food to the needy people. So there is a charity, Sood Charity Foundation. In this foundation, the Sonu Sood has become a support system for countless families during the pandemic. His main motto is to initiate a movement that encourages people to join hands towards serving humanity. This shows how people are trying to help strangers. The second point is our respect towards the frontline health workers and police has been increased. So the next point, moving towards the next point, losing someone we love is always difficult. But beyond this, we started thinking of others, their loved ones also. If this COVID time has also given us the opportunity to rekindle the relationship which we lost with our family. So the lockdown has given us a chance to go back to the days when family was the most important part of the day. And in this hard time, the ones whose employment was lost were also given the salaries. Some people gave the opportunity to the needy ones by providing them with a job or salaries or anything if they need. Hereby, I conclude that though some or the other way, humanity has increased with the advent of coronavirus. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saloni. It was great. Next, we have Owen speaking against the motion, number 14.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible. Is it?
Yes, you're very much audible.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Owen Bimsara from the Rotary Club of Colombo Midtown from Sri Lanka. I'm speaking against the topic where I'm displaying my case. The humanity is collapsing due to the COVID-19 virus. First of all, let's think about our smaller generation. The smaller generation is not going to a park, not going to a nursery. They are not moving along with the rest of the kids. They are just staying in the house, looking at a laptop and doing the lessons and doing other things and so on. So they are becoming so selfish. They don't really know their communication skills with the rest of the kids. They don't get that interpersonal skills. They are not building their leadership skills, and they are trying, like, in a race, they are just trying to work on their own goals and get along with the family and move on without moving ahead with the rest of the society. And everyone is becoming like a robot without all these interpersonal skills. And we may have seen these kind of situations when the resources are scarce. When the Australia was hitting to lockdowns, people were fighting for toilet papers. To that extent, people are fighting due to this virus. And people are becoming so selfish whenever there is a curfew or a lockdown. Rich people are piling up all the goods and services in their houses because they have the money. But when it comes to the poor people, when they go to shops, they don't really have a simple thing. All the necessary goods are finished in supermarkets and other groceries, and they are suffering from this pandemic because the humanity is collapsing. Even when it comes to the vaccine, the countries who are in the production of vaccine use it as a political weapon to fight against with each other. When they are giving a donation, when they are giving a grant to a different country, when it comes to vaccines, they are bargaining different things in return. And that is why I am talking that humanity is collapsing due to the advent of the pandemic. And when it comes to simple incidents, if you and I may have seen, there are so many cases where people are falling in the road due to this pandemic suddenly because they get a sudden pain or something, but people are not going near to that person to help him or try to see what they can do, because either they are fear of this pandemic and they must think that they must get that virus because they go nearby to that person, or they don't have that humanity skill. So that is why
Owen, I'm really
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I didn't want to break you, but your 2 minutes are up.
Thank you. I'm resting my case. Thank you very much.
It was a great one, Owen. We are really sorry. The time limit is 2 minutes. So in order to finish on time, we have to interrupt you. But then it was really great. So next we have Fahim, number 15, speaking for the motion that is humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, good evening, dear colleagues, panel of judges, and fellow Rotarians. I'm Fahim from Colombo Midtown from Sri Lanka. So I'm here to present my motion that humanity is increasing during the time of COVID-19 pandemic. So I'll just get straight to the point. So initially, during the stage where we were talking about the vaccination program, all of us were initially telling Indians have been, creating the vaccines, or Chinese have been creating vaccines. But despite all these problems and all these issues, India and China has been continuously supplying vaccines to a lot of nations. More than this, I don't think we have another sign of humanity in the current context. Moreover, I'll just come out to another statement in Italy where people were dying. Hundreds and thousands of people are dying over a daily basis. But still, there are people from balconies seeing it to each other to make sure that they remain occupied and not struggling from mental sickness or health issues. Secondly, I'll also mention about the government. So although we've been criticizing the government and their action over the years, the government have been very supportive during the time of pandemic, where they've been providing all supplies for households and also providing jobs. Like right now, all of us have been hearing a lot of speakers say that there's no job and no money being provided, but this is wrong. Where governments have been providing small stipends, trying to help out rural families as well as urban population to make sure that they can run their families and go forward. Moreover, in terms of education, although we say that education is being a shortfall, there has been education channels, TV is being broadcasting education programs. At the same time, mobile data have been given for really cheap prices. Like even though if we did not have the pandemic, I don't think we'll be having prices which cheap right now. If these are signs of humanity helping people during the COVID-19, I cannot tell if there's anything else better than this. These may be major components which we think as, not essential, but this is a sign that humanity is growing. People are getting more closer and connecting with each other during these hard times of the pandemics. And thank you for providing me the opportunity. Yes.
Thank you so much. So next we have Adarsh Nair speaking for the motion number 17.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible.
Due to some reasons, I couldn't turn on my videos. Okay. I think it's. Am I visible now?
You are visible. Yes. Adarsh, can you just be a little louder because your voice is a little faint?
Okay, I will try.
Yeah.
I think due to my internet connection, it would be. So, hello everyone. My name is Adarsh Nair from Rotary Club of India, and I am for the motion that humanity is collapsing due to coronavirus. So my first point would be, though there was coronavirus and there were several rules made for preventing people to get coronavirus, people didn't follow rules. So by basic definition of humanity, people should care about others, right? Then why don't they follow the rules and then just spread coronavirus everywhere? I think one of the major reasons why the coronavirus has spread is because people lacked humanity and just cared about themselves and their mental health, so that they could be happy. And due to that, the coronavirus has spread a lot. And it's if because coronavirus is a disease or a plague, I just want to add point that throughout history, there were many plagues, and it took hundreds or more years to take care or get rid of those plagues. Why would the reason be that? Because people weren't aware, or people weren't giving, or didn't consider humanitarian services more than their lives. And it's reasonable, because people will always think about themselves before others, right? In such a grave plague, why would we want to help others when we should help ourselves? So my point is, in such grave situations, people always look out for themselves, and they don't prefer to help others because they have to help themselves. And yeah, that's my point. The whole psychology behind humanity is that they first protect ourselves, then protect others. And due to corona, we would always protect ourselves before others. And if we are fine ourselves, then only then we should help others. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So next we have Sakshi speaking against the motion number 20. So against the motion is, yes, humanity is collapsing with the advent of coronavirus.
Hello everyone, myself Sakshi Naidu. A very good evening to everyone. So this pandemic has obvious impact on everyone's life, correct? And I think humanity is collapsing because not only the drugs and the
I guess she has some network issues.
Yeah, so I guess we'll proceed with the next one.
Yes.
So yeah, it's Priya, number 21, speaking for the motion that is humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus.
Oh, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. This is Rotractor Priya Prakash Patil, WRN RRRO at Rotract Club of Indira College. And I will be speaking for the motion that is humanity is increasing with the effect of coronavirus. First of all, I would, of course, talk about our doctors who are working day and night without thinking about themselves and their families for the people and for the country, for the world. So, of course, they are the true example of increasing humanity. Second, our soldiers who are fighting at borders day and night without thinking about themselves. Third, I would, of course, like to talk about Rotractors who are doing so many events, which is the true example of increasing humanity. We, the youth of the nation, we the Rotractors are not thinking about ourselves and doing so many physical events, though it be donation drive, though it be vaccination drives, though it be many other things like helping the laborers and everything. And third, of course, NGOs other than Rotracts and Rotary. There are so many NGOs working for the same. Third, I think next is grocery shops and online delivery, online food delivery, who are doing all these things. I think they are the true help for all of us. Without them, we can't survive in this pandemic. So yeah, I think these people are also the true example of increasing humanity. Next comes our police officers and the donation by so many people who are donating online, sitting at home, but still they are contributing towards humanity and for helping the daily wage workers and all of these. And many NGOs and many people are coming ahead for vaccination drives and RT-PCR tests and all that things. I think they all are the true examples of thinking that service before self, as it's our motto of the Rotract and Rotary as well. And now coming to from personal life, we are losing so many people, our closed ones, and I think that's the reason we are now preferring our family over everything. And like we are
Priya, your 2 minutes are over.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Priya. So next we have Yashraj. Number
Grishma,
22.
sorry to interrupt, but I guess Sakshi was back. I admitted her.
Sakshi, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, so like you can continue, please.
Yeah, so I am speaking against that is humanity collapsing during the pandemic. So I think the facts are that government is helping, but then when we see it actually, the government may be bribing the people for the drugs and for the remdesivir, also for getting vaccinated. People like you and me, we would obviously hesitate to go and speak or go and stand in beside the person who is already COVID positive. And
Grishma, I guess we lost her again. Just a minute. Yeah, I guess her net connection is weak. Can we move for the next one?
Yeah. So, okay. So next we have Yashraj, number 22, speaking against the motion that yes, humanity is collapsing with the advent of coronavirus.
Thank you, Grishma. Hello, everyone. This is Rotakti Yashraj Patil from Rotak Club of Indira. And I'm speaking against the motions like why humanity is decreasing. So we have here multiple reasons why humanity is decreasing. Starting from the recent events, I would like to say USA withdrew their troops from Afghanistan is somewhere or the other affected because of this corona situation, because lots of funding was needed in Afghanistan in order for USA to let their troops stay inside Afghanistan. And because of which USA withdrew their troops from Afghanistan, and because of which we are seeing lots of bloodshed in Afghanistan. During pandemic, we've also seen looting of stores in various parts of world. One of the famous cases in South Delhi, thieves looted the stores by wearing PPE kits. How we can forget about IPL, which was hosted at so crucial time where situation was sensitive in India, and how did it ended by players testing positive for corona, and we can also remember because of this corona cases increased. Bengal elections, the most famous one. I guess it was more important to do political rallies for the leaders when there was surge of cases in India, and also when the second wave was going on in India. Nurses and doctors were treated very bad, and also sometimes were beaten up if the patient died. Lots of corrupt political leaders earned a lot from the pandemic situation. Well, we can also not forget when the corona started. Bollywood celebrities were busy vacationing in Maldives, and when they were thrown out of Maldives, they started spreading "stay at home, stay safe." So this is the type of hypocrisy we have witnessed during this few years, we can say specifically. And I cannot see like humanity is getting any better, to be very honest. And also, yeah, there are many people who did good for our country and good for this community itself, like Rotract has helped a lot, but there were more negative points too because of this corona situation rising out of nowhere. So that is just sad for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's my point.
Oh, okay. So thank you so much, Yashraj. So next we have number 23, that is Sandali for the motion. Okay, I guess we don't have her, so we'll go with the number 25, Ishwar, speaking for the motion again. So for the motion, just to clarify, is yes, humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus.
Just give me
5 seconds, right? So give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Just be a little quick.
I'll try to switch my camera on, but because of the scarcity of network, I'll probably not be able to do it. So
Yeah, sure, no issues.
Thanks for giving me the floor right now. It's an honor that I'm speaking right now, and the very fact that you guys are conducting this event shows that humanity is still alive, and it gives us a platform to come here and showcase how we feel and put our points out there and let people know that we're here for each other. There are so many right honorable gentlemen right in front of me who just spoke about how humanity has plummeted down, and this has, with the advent of COVID virus, or with the advent of this pandemic or plague, whatever you call it, has actually instilled a sense of fear in people and catalyzed, this ruckus that is ongoing in this world all the time. But what I feel is, I beg to differ, and what I feel in general is that people have come together because of something like this. This has given us a reason to come together and help each other and catapult humanity to another level. There were so many instances out there in the world. For example, a black man named George Floyd was murdered in cold blood out there in front of everyone. And it was at that point which caused a huge outrage in people. And there were people of different colors, races, different sexes out there who came together and stood up for that one particular reason. And this created a huge sense of awareness in people, if I would say. And this kind of brought people together. And there were so many other events which were significant that took place during this pandemic that we try to undermine or overshadow with the negative aspects of the world, which maybe, take the spotlight very often. And I feel, even though, it is necessary that we do talk about all the negative aspects, because they are the reason, they're one of the biggest obstacles and hurdles out there. What I feel in general is that it's high time we bring in positivity into this world, and it's high time we throw some light on certain aspects or attributes of humanity that gives meaning to it. There are people out there,
Ishwar,
I have this luxury.
Ishwar, sorry to interrupt
Can I just conclude in like one sentence?
Okay.
Yeah. So I have this luxury of staying inside my home and not putting my life out there. But there are some people out there who actually put their life on the line and help people out with all their might. And that shows what humanity means. And here I rest my case. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Ishwar. Yeah. It was great. So next we have Kunal Tanwar speaking against the motion number 26.
Yeah. Hey, hi everyone. A very good evening. So since I am audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So since I have been handed over with the task to speak against the motion, so here I go. So as Aparna has well quoted, that humanity in some dictionaries is translated as an entire human race, and in other, it is considered as sympathy, compassion. So if we look at about its former definition, that is the entire human race, definitely this is not the ending. But for the latter, I will definitely love to produce some facts. Anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts have shown a massive increase in number during this pandemic situation. And I was watching this video on YouTube where one quoted a fact that as per the study conducted by CDC, percentage of US people showing symptoms of anxiety and depression has increased about 3 to 4 times, coupled with 14% increase in alcohol and drug consumption, as a result of which around 41% of the population out there is suffering with at least one mental health issue. And with all these facts on plate, where humans are finding it difficult to be empathic with even themselves, where they're finding it hard to cope up with all the negativity spreading here and there, where having at least one mental health issue has become a way of living, how we can expect them to serve for something greater than themselves, how we can expect them to serve for the society, to serve for the humanity out there. And if this tend to continue, sooner or later, I do believe it will bring humanity to its knees. That's it. I rest my case.
Thank you so much. It was really great. So next we have Shagun speaking for the motion.
Good evening, guys. I'm Shagun. Hope I'm audible right now.
Yes, you are.
So I've been thinking a lot and realized that this situation has shown us that we are all the same, regardless of our religion, our culture, customs, whether we are poor or rich. The virus has simply does not choose anybody. It actually connected us in a way, and it showed us that we should all stick together. I mean, during this chaos, while many of us were in a panic mode, it showed us the weight of humanity. It reminded us who we are, and maybe the world can finally change. We all know that we humans are fragile by ourselves, and our strength lies in being part of a community. One of the most important things we have learned while we are in isolation is to take care of ourselves. We know that it is not easy for those lying in the hospitals, for those who lost someone. Life takes us in different directions. That's why we realize it's important to live the moment without thinking of the past or the future. It taught us to love, to listen, to care, to respect, and to help. Not only to love a person, but also to love the little things in life. We never had a chance to think about the things that have happened to us. We weren't appreciating many things and have given importance to so many things which weren't important at all. We didn't know that the rain makes us happy or that the coffee we have on the balcony is tastier than the coffee in a coffee shop. We realized that reading books makes us happy. Playing cards and Monopoly at home wasn't that bad at all. And working out at home is even better than at a gym. So we learn how to live every day and we choose the path we will take. It is good that we dream and work towards achieving a goal. And we realize to not be afraid to work miracles on ourselves. And finally, we remind ourselves that the best life lesson is we learned during hard times and we make mistakes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shagun. It was great. So next we have Maitri, number 28, speaking against the motion.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm from Rotary Club of Delhi Riverside, and I have to speak against the notion, right?
Yes.
So my first point will be the devastating social and financial crisis. The economic and social disruption caused by the pandemic is devastating. Tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty, while the number of undernourished people, currently estimated at nearly 690 million, could increase up to 132 million by the end of the year. And the second point I would like to talk about is the existential threat. Millions of enterprises face an existential threat. Nearly half of the world's 3.3 billion global workforce are at risk of losing their livelihoods. And the third point I would like to talk about is the breaking of food ladder. The pandemic has been affecting the entire food system and has laid bare its fragility. Border closures, trade restrictions, and confinement measures have been preventing farmers from accessing markets, including for buying inputs and selling their produce. And talking about people in this pandemic, they are actually being selfish, and they are we should help ourselves first, and they are not actually caring about the other person. Like there was a video in America which was leaked a day before the lockdown. There was like a flood in the supermarkets, and everyone was like grabbing napkins and toilet papers, and they were actually not looking at other people who needs it. They were just like stocking it up for what happens. And I guess that the humanity is actually decreasing in this pandemic. I would like to rest here.
Thank you so much. Yes. So next we have Unnati Shetty, number 29, speaking for the motion.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Can I start?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So talking about for the motion, firstly I want to highlight about the things that there were many people who came forward for voluntarily to help not only in India but all over the world. There were many NGOs like Chika Federation NGO, and in India, specifically talking about in India, there were Sakina, ACT grants, etc. NGOs which came forward for for providing beds and vaccines voluntarily. Then other hospitals came forward for businessmen and also looking for those NGOs. Also, not only this, but talking about our family, there are many people like normal middle class family. There are many people who work away from our family. So it for them it has become a good time to stay with their family and have a bonding again and go through things with their family than living alone in PGs or hostels. Also, nowadays there are many people who pursue their graduation through through abroad universities. For them, it has become an easy task to adapt online classes, then to go there and look after them their own self. It's easier for their family also. For the ones who get nervous of being alone. Also, I want to talk that people some people also got there are many companies who provided their staff for work from home after the pandemic also, so that they can work easily and they can handle their stuff, and also their salary was increased for doing their work for making people work from home. And nowadays people are adapting new things like online stuff.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your time is up. So
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Unnati. So next we have Naveen speaking against the motion, number 32.
So, hello everyone, this is Rotaract Naveen Kulkarni, currently treasurer for Rotaract Club of Dombili, RID 3142. And firstly, before beginning, I would say humanity was already on the verge of ending since the World War I started. Humans have always been greedy. It is not the first time that we have seen humanity fall. It has always been falling. But yes, pandemic and coronavirus has boosted it to another level. Speaking about the current situation, humanity has started collapsing because there is no connect left between the people. Counting deaths has become normal now. This is the new normal. When did we start realizing that counting death is a normal thing to do? When is counting death a trend? Secondly, in the big corporate giants and as well as many individual people did social service in the name, but also it was for their own motive. For example, one of the persons whom one of my friends just mentioned here, he called himself that "Don't call me a Messiah" was a beautiful PR stunt. Secondly speaking, this society has become like an isolated mindset. We are now used to staying alone and now we cannot come back together like we were before. अभी हमको अकेलापन पसंद आ गया है is what we would like to say in Hindi. Okay, we are not used to people now. And secondly speaking, the upcoming generations is going to suffer a lot. We were the ones who survived, but they will be the one who will suffer. So I guess isolated minds, and it is all going to be a decline now. And coronavirus, I really like to thank that coronavirus has not declined humanity, it has exposed humanity. Humanity has always been a threat to this world because it exists, like humans exist, it is a threat to world, and the coronavirus has exposed it and it is all out now. So the only thing we need to learn is, I guess, be independent, start learning from everything that we do, because humans are selfish, humans are greedy, not a very new thing. But what we need to learn is to be independent and to be strong. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naveen. It was great. Next, we have Irfan, number 39, speaking for the motion.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Road Tractor Irfan Mullah from Rotaract Club of Kalyan Riverside, RID 3142. I'm currently serving as Professional Development Director for this year. So my topic today is Corona. Humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus. So let's just start by knowing humanity. Humanity is like showing love, compassion, kindness, and empathy towards each other. So how do we measure humanity? We don't have any like metrics to measure humanity, but when events like calamities or any global epidemics happen, so on we see that people are helping each other. So that becomes a basis for measuring humanity. And one such event which is ongoing right now, global epidemic coronavirus is happening. So if I want to speak for, you can always see the doctors are helping patients and everyone going out of their way, working out for so many hours, providing the treatment. You can also see people have splurged their self money, helping out people in providing the food, the basic necessities out there. You can see the digital world booming so fast in the stream of education due to this coronavirus, which would have not happened, I guess. If coronavirus would have not been there, it would have taken much time the education industry to hit with the online system. So you can see that people are always connected through social medias. The physical touch is lost, but you can see that through social medias, we are always in contact with each other through events or like Rotaract events and everything. You can also see government taking measures like sanctioning money for the auto rickshaw community and different communities which cannot which got affected due to the coronavirus. They also started free vaccination drives for the people out there in order to help them get their community vaccinated faster. You can also see the online supply chain.
I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but your 2 minutes are over.
Okay, can I just conclude?
Yeah, can you please conclude it within 1 or 2 lines so that we can move forward?
Yes, I just wanted to say that I do not rest my case now. As everyone said, I am looking forward for the next part to see everyone there. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Irfan. Absolutely, you have one more round, so it's correct. So next we go with Misbah, number 42, speaking against the motion.
Grishma, I guess we have Radhika here, number 40.
Okay. So Radhika, you go next. You are against the motion.
Okay, thank you, Grishma. So I'm Radhika Sharma from Rotaract Club of Kalyan Riverside, and I am taking this opportunity to speak against the motion. So humanity is collapsing with advent of corona is what my case is. So the arrival of this deadly virus corona made the world stop. It didn't just harm people that were affected, but it harmed everybody. The early phase, I remember people were so threatened with the virus. It really did seem like the end of the world at some point. Human lives felt endangered. The fear of being affected by the virus, we did lock ourselves indoor. We lost touch. We didn't socialize a lot in person, and the fear of running out of supplies or struggling to survive or for a living, capable people bought things in stock because they could afford, apparently. The poor ones or the middle class, they were struggling with their daily wages. the poor and middle class suffered more than the people who could have afford luxury. And employment was another thing that collapsed with humanity during the whole period. Unemployment was a very big threat than just losing their lives. While everyone was afraid to die, we made sure we survived. We were selfish. We became selfish in some stages that we did not care about others, if they are living or do they have enough things. At some point, we were selfish a lot, and humanity is a selfless act or emotion which doesn't really fit with selfish. They cannot be together. So being against the motion, I'll say humanity is a selfless act or emotion, but with advent of corona, it kept losing its magic with time. So that was my case, and thank you for your time. And of course, I'm looking for the second part too. So
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Radhika. So next we have Mispa now, number 42 speaking. Number 42 speaking against the motion.
Hello, Grishma, I just have a request. I cannot put on my camera, or else my connection would go.
No worries.
Okay. I'll start. Good evening, respected judges and my fellow companions. I am here to speak in favor of the motion. The pandemic also exposes the best side of humanity. As we learn story after story, the lockdown has given us busy parents an opportunity to spend more time with their children and for children to learn from their parents. The sharing spirit in each one gets an opportunity besides deepening bonds. There have never been so many Zoom calls and telephone connections, both for education and entertainment. People are singing from different cities and countries around the world. Some find more time to reflect and pray. We see goodness everywhere. Individuals helping other individuals, institutions and companies reaching out to families and communities. Grocery shops and postal services are continuing their work as neighborhoods serve neighbors in need. Healthcare professions risk their own lives to serve others, with the community appreciating them with claps and candles. The better world is already here. As Jesus said, the kingdom of God is among us. Sharing some examples to favor my motion. Medical mission sisters around the world are taking preventive measures, treating the sick, feeding the hungry, and housing the homeless. In Kodaikanal, India, they have supported over 200 families with food supplies. It is necessary to be in the forefront, responding to the immediate needs, but addressing systematic injustice is vital in order to move toward a social, solidarity economy. Considering the deep social and economic impact of COVID-19, leaders need to collaborate and prepare for a fairer world after COVID-19. We all are facing the uncertainty, and it is not at all a comfortable place to be. Is there a shortcut other than to see this crisis as an opportunity? This worst pandemic is the best time for political and religious leaders to show their leadership and humaneness. We humans are being blessed with the divine spark within us to know what is right and what to do. The cry of earth and the cry of poor must be answered with compassion and global solidarity. God is the author of life and nature, and we need to be grateful for the gift of life by serving others. This pandemic is one of the worst global crises so far.
Misbah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but your 2 minutes are over.
I will just conclude.
Yeah, again, please conclude it in 1 to 2 lines so that.
Yeah. I would conclude by saying that the world can learn many lessons from COVID-19. And for me, the loudest message is that we are much interconnected and no one is safe until we all are safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mispa. So next we have Lamya, number 43, speaking against the motion.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, that's good. Hello, everybody. I am Lamya from RCTH, and I hope everybody listening to this is right now is happy and healthy in their respectable homes. Today, I am supposed to speak against the motion that humanity is decreasing due to COVID-19. So to begin with, there was an experiment taken to...
I would like to interrupt you. It's for the motion.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm supposed to speak for the motion that humanity is increasing due to COVID-19. And I did hear all of my fellow competitors talk about how people donated their plasma and taxi drivers helping as ambulance services. But I would like to highlight a different topic that helped us during the toughest of times, and that is social media. The advent of social media has helped so many of us get through the most devastating times, be it memes, reuniting with friends, and just venting on these apps like Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Clubhouse, Wattpad, and Pinterest. All of these, we have everything for everyone, and this also led us to become so much more self-aware, and also this gave us a sense of unity. To be very honest, that was missing, and it also showed us so much more virtual love. And that is my take as a 16-year-old speaking and fumbling through my laptop screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So next we have Mahush Singh, number 44, speaking against the motion.
A very good evening to all the judges present over here, to the moderators and my respectful friends. I'm speaking against this motion. But before I start this debate, let's take a step back. Let's know who we are. Let's know where we are. We are humans. Today's date is 19 August 2021. Over a million people have died because of this pandemic. 1 billion people have lost their livelihoods because of this pandemic and have been pushed into poverty. How can we say our world is not declining? Countries from across the world, from Lebanon in the Middle East, to Afghanistan in South Asia, to Haiti in North America, are collapsing. How can we say this world is not ending when East Asians are lynched in Australia, in America, in UK, in our own country of India? Our brothers and sisters from Northeast are spat on, are sexually abused, are insulted in the streets of Delhi and gullies of Mumbai just because they look like Chinese. How can we say our world is not ending when multinational pharmaceutical companies are charging millions of dollars for life-saving drugs? How can we say our world is not corrupt when people are not taking vaccines, not putting on masks because of their own ego? The fact is, this pandemic has shown who we really are. It has taken away the mask from the face of the society. It has shown that we are greedy people. We are selfish. We only care about each other. We don't care about the society. We don't care about the health of others. Because if we would have cared about others, people would have not been dying. Today, countries like Canada, the United Kingdom have booked multiple vaccines for their own citizens, while kids in Africa and South Asia are dying because these countries can't afford vaccines. We just saw the horrible sights from Afghanistan where people were literally jumping from the top of the plane. Is this the world we want? Is this the world we like? Is this what we call humanity? The fact is, this pandemic has shown who we really are. The world was already declining. This pandemic just acted as a catalyst and increased the decline. We are humans who wore the mask of sheep, while we are the people who are like wolves.
Now, sorry to interrupt you, but you're 2 minutes out.
And I rest my case. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So next we have Jyotirmay Chitle, number 45, speaking for the motion.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So good evening to all the respected judges, the moderators, and my respected friends. Today, I, Jyotirmay Chitra, would be spreading my views on why humanity is increasing. So since the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen both the sides, and my friends here have spoken about both the sides in depth. So humanity is actually increasing because there has been an association between the people who don't even have blood relations. People are going out of their comfort zones to provide benefits and help others who are not able to do so. For example, I can see in my own society, in my own locality, where elders who are living alone in the house cannot prepare food for themselves because of the when strict lockdowns are imposed. So there are people who are going and helping them. Many auto drivers, taxi drivers have started 24/7 services as an ambulance where they are catering to the needs of the patients. Even when early months of the year in March and April, when there was lack of oxygen and lack of bed, there were various organizations who were coming forward. Some of the people were also delivering oxygen cylinders to cater to the needs at the doorstep. Humanity is also increasing because in the end, humanity is increasing because humans, what basically differentiates humans with other living organisms is that human beings have a will where they want to exist. This is the major difference, and this difference has come to light with this pandemic. So with this, I would like to rest my case.
Thank you. It was great. So next we have Shivika, number 48, speaking against the motion.
Thank you so much, Grishma. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Shivika Ojha from Rotaract Club of Kolhapur. So I would like to tell you about the things. Hello.
Yes, you're audible. You're audible.
Can I close my video? Actually, it is affecting the range.
Okay, sure.
No worries. Okay. So sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you so much, Grishma, for giving me this opportunity. So bad things definitely come with good things, as coin has two sides. We have heard good as well as bad things in this COVID time. So, but as I'm given the counter view section, so I would like to tell many of the people, they have took advantage of this situation. Like people started selling impure and deceivers, PPE kits, sanitizers, etc. Many people, they were removed from their jobs in IT field, IT industry. Even we heard the main incidences all over India which occurred where many of the people, they returned to their hometown from their workplaces. So, and no one came forward for the help. I mean, many of them, they got killed during the way to their hometown. So, yeah, and we also heard about the incidents in which the human kidneys were removed before the funeral of the human body. So that was very pathetic incidents which came forward us. And yeah, we also saw many people, many owners who removed their tenants as they were financially independent, who removed their tenants as they could not pay the rents. And we also saw increase in domestic violence cases. Yeah, and people also started becoming more selfish. So I would like to end here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shivika. It was great. So next we have Fatima Fahim, number 49, speaking for the motion.
I will be switching off my camera due to connection issue.
Yeah, no.
I'm Fatima Fahim from Central Campus. Good evening, my dear respected judges and my dear colleagues. Today, I'm here to speak on the topic, humanity is increasing with the advent of coronavirus. COVID-19 pandemic has led to a drastic loss of human life worldwide, which has impacted the lifestyle of humans. It has caused a major challenge to the public in many aspects, as of which people have lost jobs, families, psychological well-being, and many more. COVID-19 is devastating, in which many are in extreme poverty and is in threat. However, due to this terrible situation, what is happening to the humanity within the society? Humanity is being compassionate, sympathetic, and generous towards other individuals. Nevertheless, COVID-19 has increased humanity. As of a whole community, people keep in our hearts for each other. We as humans become shattered when knowing that a member, friend, or a known individual has been tested positive, quarantined, or isolated. In the midst of this pandemic, for us as a society, individuals are making efforts in contacting people virtually and trying to be connected, and in order to make them feel better. This is humanity amidst the pandemic. Moreover, people have become more considerate with regards to deadlines and cancellations of tasks, as everyone understands that the times are not good. They've got something going on in their lives. Since the pandemic, people are more empathetic towards the other individuals. Moreover, a lot of charities have been organized due to the pandemic in order to help people with regards to food and many other things as well. They also find measures in helping the low-income earners as well. Conclusively, people realize that this pandemic is hard for everyone. So I hereby conclude my speech by strongly supporting the topic that humanity has increased due to the COVID pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. And I'm going to speak against the motion. Frontline workers who have fought stigma, insult, harassment, and even attacks while risking their lives to save us during the coronavirus lockdown definitely shows that humanity is collapsing during this pandemic. Not only this, there are many who didn't abide by the rules and precautions that must have been followed, causing it to spread more during this pandemic. And also, there are
recording stopped.
We must have come across
Recording in
many
progress.
Many where some vaccination centers have injected vaccines improperly, and there was improper management of vaccination centers, which definitely shows that humanity is collapsing during the difficult times. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, we have Amna, number 52, speaking against the motion.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you, Grishma. Being human is given, but keeping our humanity, that is a choice. Esteemed judges, respected moderators, ladies and gentlemen, I am Amana Imtiaz, and I will be advocating against this motion, which is the fact that, in fact, humanity is indeed collapsing. And why do you think I'd say that? How many vaccination doses do you think the world requires today to end this pandemic? Well, you might all guess 5 billion, maybe 3 billion, 2 billion. Well, we require 11 billion doses to end this pandemic. Well, do we have the money to cash it all? Of course not. Well, you might have heard of the G7 summit. Well, now this is where the richest, the most wealthiest countries get together in order to resolve this issue of this pandemic, right? We all these rich countries like Canada, Japan, USA, UK, all of these countries get together and they try to resolve this issue of the pandemic. And let me tell you this, they pledged to give 1 billion, just 1 billion to all of those third world countries out there, to all of those developing countries out there who are suffering and suffocating during this pandemic. In fact, let me tell you this, fellow colleagues, if you can just inhale and exhale oxygen without the help of an oxygen cylinder, that is a luxury. But however, our nation leaders from these really wealthy countries have shown an explicit illustration of the fact that humanity is indeed collapsing. Another thing that I would like to bring to your notice, the fact that a total of 1.725 billion students are affected globally because of the closure of schools and higher education institutions. Now, you might wonder, how is education connected to humanity? Well, education is the core and the soul of humanity. It's one of the major subsectors of humanity.
Really sorry to interrupt, but your 2 minutes are over. So you can continue it in the next session though.
Can I just conclude really quick?
Yeah, in 1 or 2 sentences, please, because we are lacking a bit of time.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. So I would like to say that humanity is indeed collapsing and that there is no way forward unless we address this major issue of trying to fix and rebuild our humanity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anna. It was really great. So now the next round is going to be in such a manner that everyone gets to speak whichever side they have to choose. So you just have to raise your hand when you want to speak, so that once the first person finishes off, you can start your mic and speak. So we begin. Anyone can speak. We have to go with for the motion, and whosoever speaks next has to counter attack the points that is being stated. Make sure you maintain the decorum of the meet. So yeah, here we begin. Whosoever wants to speak for the motion, they can raise their hands. Also, this round is kind of opportunity. Whosoever was not able to get the point in the first round, so take full advantage of this round.
Fahim, you can directly go for it, or there's no need to raise your hand. You can directly start speaking.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I just want to speak for the motion. So I just want to continue my point. I do see a lot of people saying about how humanity is being against us and being virulent and violent against us. First of all of us are alive right now because of humanity. If there was no vaccination and no people making vaccination, all of us won't be alive. None of the road tractors will be conducting events like this if there was no humanity or no sense of bonding each other. The whole purpose of humanity is to bond and interact with people. So I want to ask the people who spoke against it, if you're against it, why do you take part in an event like this? Why do you want to join an event like this and speak out and give out your opinions against humanity? Y'all are talking against humans. Y'all can talk against animals, right? Y'all can talk against aliens if they exist. So I just want to know, against the people who spoke against, if you think humanity is dead, why do you think you need to get vaccinated? Why do you think you need to listen to people around you? And why do you think that, it's the right time to express your emotions against humans over here?
One minute, Akshita, Fahim is what?
Yes.
Number? He's removed his code from his ID and I'm not able to. What is code number?
I'm 15, sorry.
Sorry? 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, please carry on.
Okay, so moving on.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Owen, please.
Okay. Moving on with the point that Fahim elaborated.
Just a second. Yeah, ma'am.
Akshita, can you just hold on for 2 seconds?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Like Owen, just hold on.
Okay, so can I move on?
Just a second. Owen will just wait for 2-3 minutes and then we'll start.
So what I suggest is, when they are giving their whatever, so please mention your code at least, so we are able to trace in our sheets. When you speak.
Yes, definitely, ma'am. If you can, all the participants, if you just can start with mentioning your code, that is, if Owen is speaking, he can just say 14, I'm 14 and I'm speaking this. So you can continue with that.
Yeah, then it's easier for us to follow who was speaking. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Owen Pincer and my number is 14. So moving on with the point elaborated by Fahim. So we are not against that telling the humanitarian is collapsing due to the advert of COVID-19. We are elaborating to try to show it that yes, it is happening, but by trying to participate in these kind of initiatives, we are trying to stop it, because we have seen incidents like back in France, when the government decided to go for lockdowns, people protested against it, saying that they need the freedom and they can't be inside the houses. Even in the other countries, including ours, we can see whenever the government is releasing the pressure of lockdowns, people are going on trips, people are gathering in mass gatherings like football matches, cricket matches, and religious events, because they don't really see the potential of this great matter, the threat. They are thinking and taking this in a lighter way, and they are not being responsible. They are not trying to be inside the home and not go out unnecessarily, because the humanitarian factor is decreasing. If they are trying to be responsible, they try to do their part instead of blaming to the government and to other societies. So my point is, yes, humanitarian is decreasing, and why we are trying to participate in these kind of initiatives, because we are trying to stop it. We are not promoting it. Thank you very much.
I would like to oppose the point made by speaker number 15, who said that why, if we are for the fact that humanity is collapsing, like why are we here debating about it? Well, first of all, I need to clarify something. There is a major contrast between the definition for human and definition for humanity. Human being is basically the organism, right? That's us. Humanity is the act of trying to help another person. I just need to get that out of the way. And the fact that we're not debating animals is because animals don't have an intellectual capacity like humans. That's why we're not debating animals and we're debating humans. And another point that I need to make is the fact that we're saying that humanity is collapsing doesn't mean that we think that, oh my God, this is plummeting and it's just going out of control and we have nothing to do over here, but just watch the entire house burn down. That's not why we're here. We're not complaining essentially for the intent of just keep on complaining. We're complaining because we need change. Change is the last and final thing that we all require. That is exactly why we're in a forum like this. Whether you are for or against the motion, you are advocating for change. That is why we are here today. We're not here to complain and berate and, sort of like bash people. We're here to change. That is the intent of why I debated. And I think I can speak for many people as to why we are here to intellectually communicate our intent and motive. Thank you.
Speaking towards this, I would like to say that there was one incident recorded in Karnataka, which is one of our states in India, at a 70-year-old woman. She was taking a pension of around 3,000 to 4,000 rupees. She donated it because she knew that government is not going to help anymore. These are the times I feel when government betrayed us, when the authorities betrayed us, when they weren't helping us, people stood for each other. And I guess even though we know that virus is very deadly, even if we get close to even if you are fully vaccinated, I bet nobody is that confident to go and meet a person who is positive. So everybody has that fear in their mind, but humans are trying to beat that fear. And that is a victory that I can see, because although we cannot be fearless, but we can definitely try to overcome that fear. And I guess humans and we all are doing it wonderfully and bursting the myths, everything. We are doing whatever we can. And I guess we are very successful in achieving that. Thank you.
I want to do a rebuttal against speaker number 15. He was saying that people who don't agree with humanity, why do we take part in such events? First of all, I will respectfully disagree with him. We are not trying to create chaos over here. We're just trying to have a meaningful conversation and have a meaningful debate and just trying to present our points. And the reason why I'm thinking that humanity is declining is, the fact is, ever since the Industrial Revolution happened, our society has become more materialistic. We have sacrificed our human values, our human tribal traditions for materialistic gains. This pandemic has shown who we really are. It has shown us that we have become greedy, and we should start having conversation on how we can improve our relations with our family members, our friends. We all will agree with this point that we have become disconnected with others. This is because we have become so involved in our own well-being that we have forgotten to think about others, the poor, the needy, the nature, the environment, our own friends and family members. And what is happening in this pandemic is side effects and symptoms of century-long decline of humanity and mankind. And I just want to say, we need to remember that we are not robots. We are humans. We cannot survive without each other. And thank you very much.
Hello, this is speaker number 42. I would like to speak in favor of speaker number 14 and against speaker number 32. Speaker number 32 stated that people are going for trips and family functions, which is not the case with everyone. There are people who are moving out for work, for their family to run. There are people who are homeless, who don't have food, who don't have resources to reach out to them. What will a person do in that case? The person has to move out. Whereas we see that the government is doing, there are PM funds, CM funds, which we see that celebrities are, giving them funds, but where are the funds going? Is it reaching the right place at the right time? I don't think so. That is the reason that people are moving out. And my speaker number 52 just said about debating. I would like to clear that debate is not about what is humanity. The debate is about, is it being implemented during COVID-19? And I believe it is not being implemented at certain cases. Thank you.
I'm speaker number 49. I would like to
just hold on. Go a little slow because we need to mark y'all. Okay. So it's too fast for us because we need to mark y'all first. So just before the next speaker speaks, just at least give us 5-6 seconds to mark you guys. Yeah.
Also, we have 3 more minutes left for the banter system, and after that, we'll be concluding the system. And one from the any one of you can just conclude the whole system, and we will have our judges revealing the winners. So yeah, thank you. You can continue, please.
Yeah. So I would like to rebuttal speaker number 42. I'm 49. So she told that people would report to work, right? So many business owners are safe at home while they want the employees to report to work. Do you think this is humanity? And also, many individuals have been contacted to a COVID-infected person, but they go to work and report to other places like as if nothing has happened. And they hide it from everyone, whereas they should be quarantined. Is this humanity? So some individuals are being selfish, but by not maintaining social distance and not wearing the mask properly. So this is impacting not only that individual, the whole society. So is this humanity? Is it the way that they should behave? And many individuals are trying to profit out of this pandemic by shooting up the prices and tripling the prices of the goods. So is this humanity? Is it what people should do? Is it good to take this horrible situation of the pandemic as a profit up and a business? Also, what about the PCR test, which is extremely expensive? How can the low-income earners afford? How will they take PCR? Why can't they have an affordable pricing in which all income earners can afford? Is it what of being compassionate or sympathetic towards the society? Why would you capitalize in something which kills so many people? Thank you. Yeah.
I'm number 10. I would like to counter number 49. In this context, I would like to say Mahatma Gandhi once said, you must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean, and if few drops of ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. The COVID has brought best out of people as they shared resources and offered support to each other when the entire family was isolated and needed the delivery for essentials. Moreover, the efforts of local volunteers helping children of wage laborers and providing mobiles and laptops so that they can attend the online classes is also notable. And the title COVID Warriors is just not a fancy title. The title itself is the testimony to the underlying spirits of humanity. With this, I would like to stop my point.
Yeah.
This is speaker number 42. I would like to raise a point that speaker number 49 just stated certain questions.
Wait. I would just like to, because there are few speakers who want to speak and you already have spoke once. So
okay,
just,
I'm extremely sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So since we're running short of time, so Adarsh Nair, can you go next?
Yeah, so I would like to counter number 50. So he said, like, why is humanity alive? So first of all, humanity is alive because it's in our genetics to survive, not because we are just throwing money everywhere and helping everyone. And my point is that humanity is like, now, for example, Corona is only around 6% of the world has been affected by Corona, if you look statistic wise. And it's taking every single person to just help these people come around. So I don't think if people are really helping, it should be exterminated that easily. If people were really humane about things, then why don't they follow rules? Why are they putting everyone in danger just for their selfishness? I just want self-peace, or I just want to roam around, so I will put everyone in danger by not following the rules. It's totally against humanity. By the definition of humanity, you should care about them, right? And why are we doing everything opposite? Just because now there are examples that this person did something which helped everyone. You're just comparing few oranges to a sea of rice, if I must say, or Yeah, so the point is just giving some few good examples is not going to overtake every single bad thing we have done. I just wanted to say statistics by psychology, uh, by history, how humans have performed till now. We are just violent in nature, and it's every history, psychology, and statistics and biology is against your point. That's it.
Can I?
My name is
Is there
number
any
6.
time?
I would like to.
Okay,
My
please
name
go
is
ahead.
number 6, and I will like to counter number 15. He said that why we are attempting these such meetings like if we are against humanity. Actually, it's not like that. I would like to tell him once there was a rule announced by government that whoever comes out of the country have to they stay at least for 14 days quarantine. But some places like Mumbai and all, this didn't follow. The thing happened was they were taken on the way out from the gate, and through the auto those foreigners were freed up. And for this act those foreigners give a lot of money to the Indian guys. Yes, police caught them, but the main thing I want to like to say that was that money so important in front of someone's life. So this is all thing happening, and this is because lack of humanity. So we are attempting these events like this so that we are the one who can make these changes in a content. We are the one who are responsible also. That I in my case.
Okay, this is 20.
Unnati, just before you go
I would
ahead,
like to
we
counter.
will just a minute, Yashraj. We will have just 2 more speakers because we are running short of time. So Unnati and Yashraj will end with you, and after that, one of you can conclude the full system. Yeah, Unnati, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Akshata. So talking about things like, I feel that there is still humanity in our surrounding, in people staying right now, in people, because there are many cases where people not only show, like as some of them said, like uh, well, there were many cases in which people has not wore mask and etc. But at the same time, the police caught them and made the changes according to them. There were many cases where police were on the borders, and they were looking after people who are wearing masks and having sanitizers and who are following the norms which have been given by our government. And also there were many things making like in many societies the government itself provided ask the doctors to look after that there is any positive member, if they are not coming willingly in front and saying that they are, just to have report of every member living in the society, is he or she positive, so that others don't get corona and get infected because of them. There are many things looked after the government, not only in India but also in out of the country. There were many schemes put after so that people can take vaccines. Not only that, there are many right now there are many institutions as well as the NGOs who provide vaccine through online, so that there would be no the offline system, and corona would be less spread than it is. Yeah.
Thank you. I would like to counter everyone who said humanity is decreasing specifically. So basically, if there is a black side, there is also a white side to a situation, I will say. Where people were looting, there were some celebrities who were trying to help. Celebrities like Sonu Sood was trying to help so many people out over there by giving out traveling expenses to the people and arranging the traveling buses for the people, also providing them with the food and facilities they needed in order to go back to the particular state which they came from. And there is no such thing called humanity is decreasing specifically, because we have seen lots of examples where we were appreciating the humanity in a very good way, and we have also seen some great examples for the same. Like government hospitals are giving vaccines for free. or like giving vaccines in some low cost. So I don't see humanity is decreasing somewhere or the other. It's just increasing in some or the other way. That's my point. I will rest my talk time, speaking time.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you so
Raj, your
much,
number is
Yashraj.
22. Is your number
Yes,
22?
yes, ma'am. He's 22.
Okay, so now
go on, Grishma.
Okay, so now anyone can come up and summarize all of the points. Yeah, sure, anyone.
Okay. So after this long debate, I would like to conclude saying poverty and famine are showing their ugly heads, mostly in the least developed and middle income countries. People are already hit hard by climate change caused by unsustainable consumption and production elsewhere. People of the world are faced with the same wind in the ocean of life, but are responding to the pandemic in different boats. But there is a ray of hope. The words of Dr. Anna Dengel give a ray of hope that says, be optimistic, no matter what comes. We don't have to be afraid. We are in God's hands. Mother Earth shows us to live with resilience, telling us that this too shall pass. The good news is that hope is alive amid chaos, because God will never give up on creation, and humanity is the biggest creativity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mispa. Also, I would like to just conclude by saying the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. No matter whatever side you see, just perceive it in the right way and you shall see the bright side of everything. So with this, we end this debate competition. We'll give a few minutes for our judges to, summarize the score and reveal the scores and the winners. In the meantime, I would like to thank all the collaboration clubs, right from RC Delhi Riverside to Rotary Club of RSCOE, Rotary Club of Colombo Midtown. Thank you so much. Rotary Club of Indira College, Rotary Club of Kalyan Riverside, Navi Mumbai Hillside, Mangalore City, Central Campus, SIS, Kolhapur, Thane Horizon. Thank you so much, all of you. It was because of you that this event could be possible. You people were there with us throughout. Thank you so much. Akshita, if you would like to speak something.
Yes, definitely. It was really, really amazing to see. At least the last 15 minutes were really definitely the most amazing one. Seeing all the participants to put down their views, to perceive how they see, get out of their comfort zone, be it for or be it against against emotion. But it was really nice to see speaking each one of you and actually taking up the stage and wanting to taking up the stage. There were a lot of participants who couldn't speak till in the last moment of the banter system. We are really sorry for that, but due to time issues, we had to cut it down. But it was really great seeing that the youth like us really believes in humanity and is perceiving ki, yes, we need to make that change. I don't remember who said this, but yeah, the change is what we are waiting for. The change is what we are working for. And definitely the year of change, it's the year of change makers in RID 3142. So yes, definitely we are going to make a change. And this is one step closer to making a change, wherein we are coming together and discussing our ideas, our opinions about one of the important topic, I would say. So thank you guys. Thank you to all the clubs who contributed their hard work, the participants. Thank you to the ones who were watching in the YouTube. Thank you, Shrija ma'am, Seema ma'am, for giving your valuable time. I hope it was really fruitful for you. And to all the participants, I'm pretty sure that you are taking away something or some other in the opinion, or it may be an experience or any such thing. And I really hope that you enjoyed it. So we'll just wait for the judges so that they can share their experience and the winners. If any of the participants wants to speak about how they felt or something like that, please go ahead.
Hello, Akshita. Can I speak?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, please.
Actually, I just wanted to highlight the point that, as you told, change is the mandatory thing which is to be happened. So I appeal each and every one over here to change themselves, as our topic was about humanity. So it is very important for every one of us to be a human first, and keep changing themselves and keep modernization in their thoughts.
Absolutely, Shivika, change is the only constant. So yes, we really look forward for whatever you said.
Thank you so
Any
much.
any other participants before the judges take the floor?
I think I just no, you can go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Is it okay?
Yeah, please. He can speak afterwards. अभी तक हमारे पास time है थोड़ा.
Thank you so much. So this is amazing, because this initiative, because like I'm from Colombo, Sri Lanka, and you guys are all Indians, and it's amazing that we have this forum where we can all like bond over something really intellectual and fun at the same time. So thank you so much, guys, for having this, for organizing this, and it was really well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Anyone else who has any feedback or anything? Naveen, you were saying something. Please go ahead.
Yes. I guess after in RID 3142, after a very long time, there is some debate or something like this happening where the forum is opened like till international boundaries. Like even though there are our friends from Sri Lanka, not even for a point I thought that they are experiencing something different in their own lifestyle. It is the same. We all are the same. And I guess we all, although we stay far away, but I guess intellectually we are still together, and Rotract is one of the things that bonds us together. And thank you for organizing this wonderful event, irrespective of winner. कुछ भी हो, topic was wonderful. I guess इतना सोचा ही ये बहुत बड़ा बात है, बहुत दिनों से सोचा नहीं था. So I guess our brains actually ran very well, and it was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naveen. It was beautiful hearing you. So, Shrija ma'am, Seema ma'am, do we have you?
Yeah. They said like they'll come in a while, just like 2 minutes. Like the
We have a time
competition
here,
was-
so just give us two more minutes to decide. Seema will get back with the score and.
Okay. Until then, ma'am, if you can share your experience, how was it judging the debate competition? How did you like the participants, the speeches?
So I really like the enthusiasm that each one of you all carried, okay? And I would say that there were few people I would like to highlight who had the content, okay? But articulation was somewhere they lacked a little bit. So when it comes to a debate, even if you have good content, I think articulation also plays a very important role here. You should sound very convincing as well. Though your content is also very important. These two are two important factors, that can... So I was also dwindling between whether humanity is lost in the whole process or if it's still there. You guys were convincing. Good job. And it was a tough competition, I must say that. We are still trying, struggling to find out who the winner is. I must say that whoever the winner is, all of you all have done a good job. And carry on doing this. And I really appreciate the entire team for organizing something like this. It's really good.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah. It was great listening to you. So, like anyone else who has any feedbacks, I see Unnati and Nahush Singh's hand raised. If you people want to speak something.
Grishma, can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much. I thought of speaking on behalf of the Sri Lankan clubs as well. First of all, I would like to convey my appreciation to Grishma for approaching us for an initiative like this. And the topic is very timely, even though it is COVID or not. As human, we need to work on together to protect the humanity, and we need to support each other. And especially as a neighboring country, we are always working together in our history and in our present. So it was very glad to see all the members who were participating in this competition. They really gave their cases in both the ways and very convincing. And thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to be in this initiative. Thank you.
I totally agree with Owen. Actually, even I'm from Sri Lanka, and it's a great opportunity for us actually to work in this. I mean, to have a debate in this kind of a thing, and we learned a lot actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We are thankful to you too for accepting to come to the event and being so enthusiastic speaker. Thank you so much. This was our kind of a way in order for you to interact with each other and bond beyond boundaries.
And guys, please don't leave the group that we have made. We will be soon circulating a few of those feedback forms, and if we need the email IDs for any such purposes, we will be circulating for that. And after that, once all the work is done, we'll inform you. And after that, you can leave the.
Yes, in the feedback form, you can also type in if you are interested in the part 2.0 of this particular event. It would be really great.
Can we at least predict few of the winners that we are thinking that they
yes.
deserve it or something like that? If you think that your buddy retractor really did well, you can please appreciate it. It's the moment that you can appreciate and make someone's day. So please don't step behind.
I think Amna was really good.
I agree.
Though I don't agree to her points, but yeah, she was good. Did you say Amana?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Well, thank you. And you were great too.
According to me, I think almost the entire Sri Lankan team was quite enthusiastic about the debate, and all of them they spoke really like all the points were quite explicit. Apart from that, if you ask me personally, I even liked everyone's point. Or like in the beginning, there was a bit of understanding the topic issue, but then once that was straight, everyone was on point, gold spot. So it was amazing.
The judges are facing a real tough time in deciding the winners, it seems.
Yeah. Yashraj, you have something to be said. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Grishma. I guess the event was very well organized as it's been the second joint event at this point of time with your club. So it was really a pleasure to see everyone talking over here very nicely, especially the Columbia club. If I'm not mistaken the name, right? The Sri Lankan club.
It's a Sri Lankan club.
Yeah, right. So they spoke really well, and I really liked it. And at the end of the, I will end by saying that I'm being a very proud Rotaract at this point of time, because during this tough time we have almost we as a Rotaract club of entire India have almost raised around 5 crore plus donations for during this pandemic situation. So I'm really being proud of being a Rotaract at this point of time, and I guess we all should be very proud of the same. So I would like to say, just keep Rotaracting and keep growing more. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Yashraj. And yes, I guess everybody is a proud Rotaractor over here. So yeah, we'll just wait for a minute or two more for the judges, and then
I guess I have a small thing to say, not related to this, but I will suggest that everybody, I guess everybody has a different Rotaract journey, and different Rotrack experience. I guess Roto Stories is one of those platforms that will really help everyone know each other's Rotrack journey. So I guess it is an initiative by RC New Bombay Seaside itself. So I guess everybody should just go and visit because there are really amazing stories, and I feel that everybody can learn because our experience cannot be brought or purchased. I guess वो पढ़ के ही मजा आएगा. So I guess it is wonderful. Just go and Roto Stories. That's it. On
Yes,
Instagram, you'll
this
find.
is really sweet. Naveen, I guess this really did make my day. And if the chairpersons of Roto Stories were here, they would be really proud at the moment. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And you all can check it out. Until then, the judges can come. We can just have a group photo for all the participants. So if you all can just switch on your camera for a minute or so that we can just click a photo and then you can switch it off if you want. If we can have everybody, Unnati, Shivika, Misbah, Saloni, Vaishnavi, Lamya, Aparna, Irfan, Krishan, Deepika, everybody. Yeah. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, wow. We have a lot of cameras on. Okay, perfect. Arjun? Okay, perfect. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Just a second, let me paste it. And there's a second page too. Just a second, I'm getting a call. Okay, so the results are almost here. So second page बाकी था guys, फटाफट second page वाले on कर लो. Second page मतलब सभी on कर लो. कौन था अभी second page में पता नहीं. Yes, okay, we have everybody ready. Just a second. Yeah, smile.
Guys, this is our symbol of our club, so we can do
Yeah,
this.
if you all can do this. Just a second. One more. Yeah, done. Thank you. So Seema ma'am, Srijam, do we have you?
Okay, chalo. Okay.
Yes.
All right, you gave us a tough time, all of y'all. It was really difficult to announce. Seema, are you here?
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Okay, yeah, yes, I'm very much here. So as you can see, it was really very tough for Shrija and me to, come to some conclusions. Although you all were very good, very nice. I love the enthusiasm, and so when we have these debates, we talk, we speak for and we speak against. So nothing is right and nothing is wrong because it's our perspective and we are putting forth our point of view. So such debates would only, matter how powerful we were, how impactful we were, and how crisply and clearly we could put across our opinion and our point of view. So those are a few things which we consider while scoring. Otherwise, all of you were very nice. It was a very close contest. So we have, both of us will take turns, I think Shrija and me. And so what we'll do, Shrija, we'll start with the third. So we have first, second, third, and we can start with the third. We'll go to the first, second, and then we'll. Okay. So Shrija, you would tell about.
Yeah, there is a tie in position 3. Any guesses, people? Because I just overheard Akshita asking them if they could guess who were the best speakers. So I would love to hear. Like,
Yes.
who do you think did very well here? And who could be in this position? Any guesses?
Come on, guys, you can spam in the chat section or unmute yourself. You can even say your name if you feel that you deserve it.
Okay.
Everyone is nervous to know.
Nervous, yeah.
Yes.
I must say that all of you all were good, yeah, since we took so much time to decide who, and by very little margin you guys have got this position. There are 2 winners. One is Fahim, and we have Noshi, right?
Nahush.
Nahush. We have Nahush Singh and Fahim in 3rd position. Great job. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So congratulations. And when Shrija asked you, okay, any guesses? You all should have raised your hands. You should be confident about yourself. Everyone sitting here, everyone speaking today, you should always say, I'm the winner because I'm the one who participated. Not this letter would have gone, the flyer would have gone, since when these people would have sent, and you were the ones who opted to participate. So always give yourself a pat on the back and say, okay, yes, I'm the winner. So as Shrija said, the 3rd position is, there's a tie. So we decided let's let both of them share. So congratulations, Nahush, and congratulations, Fahim. So now we come to the 2nd rank. And again, very less margin, just a little bit of scores here and there. And so the person who is on rank 2 is Samiksha Haldipur, I think. Yeah, so congratulations, Samiksha. Is she still there? Or she has left, I think.
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
You're there.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
ma'am.
so,
Yes, ma'am.
so at least you switch on your video now, Samiksha. Let us see your beautiful face now. Where are you? Oh my God.
Yes,
See. Yeah, congratulations, Samiksha.
Thank you so
did-
much, ma'am.
Yes, so your rebuttals were also good. So now over to you, Shrija, for the top. And
Number
again,
1, any guesses, people? Huge shout out. Anybody now at least can guess?
okay, so we have someone who's written Owen, and let's see.
Owen Bimsara. Owen stood number 1. Congratulations, Owen.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations, Owen. Okay, so that now we have our 3 winners, like 4 winners in all. Congratulations to all of you. At the end, I would like to thank both of the judges and appeal the vice presidents to have a vote of thanks, please.
Hi guys, this is Rotractor Prathamesh Patil, Vice President of Rotaract Club of New Bombay Seaside. Thank you each and everyone present here, specifically to all the collaboration clubs and to all the lovely judges, Shrija ma'am and ma'am. It was really great to have you both alongside with all your busy day out here. Our chairperson, Rotractor Greshma, and alongside with CPs of the club, thank you for this smooth conduct, the event, and the last but not the least, all the participants present here and all the participants who were there on the YouTube channel watching from there. So thank you for being there and looking forward to have you in our more projects. Thank you all.
Okay.
So next can we, So next can we have our secretary, Vaishnavi, to come forward for the secretary.
Good evening, everyone. I, Rotractor Vaishnavi, Secretary 2122 of Rotrac Club of New Bombay Seaside, would like to present the Secretary announcement. Attendance for Tug of Words, the debate, including the participants and audience both on Zoom and YouTube, is 216. Thank you and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you so much, guys. It was really a pleasure to have all of you once again. I'm thankful to the judges and all the participants, my president Akshita Singh, my VP Prathamesh Patil Vaishnavi, everyone to support me in this event, and most probably the collaboration clubs from Sri Lanka, Pune, Kolhapur. You were all great. Thank you so much. So Akshita, handing it over to you.
Yes, so thank you so much. Thank you, Seema ma'am, Shrija ma'am, for joining us. It was a really tough time for deciding the winners, but thank you for that. And to all the participants, to all the viewers, to all the clubs who have participated, and to all the audience, thank you for joining us for such a long time. And once again, congratulations to all the winners. And just a reminder not to leave the groups, because we will be circulating a form for the attendance, for the feedbacks, and every such thing. So hereby, I, Rotractor Akshita Singh, President of Rotrac Club of New Bombay Seaside, adjourning Tug of Words. Thank you so much.
So, thank you for having us. Congratulations, Grishma. And shall we leave now? You all can have
yes,
your
yes,
with your permission. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. Very well.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Congratulations to everyone who participated, and kudos to the team. It was a wonderful event. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, dear.